Okay, so what are we doing today, Leah?
That's English grammar.
Okay. And it's with comprehension and composition, right? And it's written by, this book is by Victoria Hazell. Okay, so let's look at the first chapter, which is sentences. All right. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so to begin with, we are going to read this dialogue between Meera and her mother. Okay, and you have to find out which of the lines makes complete sentence or sense. Okay, all right. So first, a mother, look, Meera, those birds are building a nest. Okay, and Meera is just saying, when will they? Okay, so if you look at these two sentences, the mom, whatever she's saying, that makes complete sense because it's a complete sentence, right? But whatever Meera is saying, it is not a complete sentence or a complete question. So whatever mom is saying, that makes complete sense. So you put a tick mark to whatever mom is saying. So that sentence, you can use a pen. Yeah.
Let me erase this and this tick mark.
You put a tick mark somewhere in the white space. Yeah, and you can say a cross. You can put a cross mark for whatever Meera is saying because it does not make a sense. All right, now you can again select the highlighter. Okay, so the next picture. Okay, so here the mother is saying, first the mother bird will, and Meera is saying, why do birds sit on their eggs? Right? So if you look at these two sentences, now this time whatever mom is saying, it is not making complete sense, right? Okay, so whatever mom is saying, it does not make complete sense. And whatever Meera is saying, that is making complete sense, right? Because it's a complete sentence or it's a complete question. Now the third one. Okay, third one, Meera says, what will? Again, it's not a complete sense. And the mommy is saying, when the hens hatch, the parents will take turns to feed the chicks. So now this time mommy is making complete sense, right? It's a complete sentence, so mommy is right. Okay,
And Meera's wrong.
not wrong, it's just not making complete sense. Okay,
It's an incomplete sentence.
correct.
Which speak further about it.
Okay, so now Meera is saying, can we? Okay, again, it's not a complete sentence or a question, and it does not end with a question mark if it is a question, right? So what mommy is saying, we could put out some grain and water for the birds. So that is a sentence. So mommy is making complete sense. So you put a tick mark to whatever mommy is saying, and you put a cross mark to whatever Meera is saying. So now that we know what makes a complete sense and what does not, right? So a sentence is something does make sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's look at this. Okay, a sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. Okay, so you highlight makes complete sense. Okay, and it also contains a verb. Excuse me. A sentence has two parts. Okay, the subject and the predicate. Okay, the subject can be a word or a group of words. Okay, It refers to the person, place, animal, thing, or idea which the sentence is talking about. Okay? The predicate is the part of the sentence that tells us something about the subject. Can you highlight a little fast? Yeah. It always contains a verb. Okay. So now we have to understand what a subject is, right? A subject can be a word or group of words. Okay? It refers to the person, place, animal, thing, or idea which the sentence is talking about. Okay, and the predicate is the part of the sentence that tells us something about the subject. It contains a verb, an action. Okay, subject is more of a noun and predicate is more of an action. It's a verb, right? So now we have some examples here. So we have a subject and we have some subjects and we have some predicates, right? To start with, we have subject my mother. So mother is a person, right? And the predicate is a scientist, right? So it is telling us what the mother is. Okay, next one, I is a subject and the predicate wants to be an artist when I grow up. So it's a wish. So it's a wish of a person, right? I is a person and the wish is want to be an artist when he or she grows up, right? Next one, all these books is a thing, right? So it's a subject, belong to my sister, right? It's a sister is a name of person, so all these books belong to my sister. Now we know what is a subject and what is a predicate. Okay, so now we have an exercise. Now you have to match the subjects to the predicates to make complete sentence. Can you select the pen?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is a dog. Okay, so a dog is a subject, right? So what does a dog do?
It wags its tail to show that it is happy.
Right, so go ahead and write a line, arrow line. Okay, the next one, the thick fur of a bear
Protects it from bee stings.
correct. So thick fur of the bear is the subject and protects is a verb, so it becomes a predicate. The little girl is a subject, so what would be the predicate?
Hid shyly behind her.
Shyly.
Shyly. What's
Correct.
the meaning of shyly?
Being shy. Select the pen.
Yeah. Just do these one more time. Yeah.
Okay, the children is a subject and what is the predicate?
They're playing in the park.
Correct. Are playing is the verb, so it becomes the predicate. The people of this city,
Are working together to reduce pollution.
right? So the people, they are the subject, and working is the predicate. It's a verb. So they are working together to reduce pollution is a predicate, right? So now that completes the exercise. So let's see some of good to know things. The first sentence, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So that is a sentence, right? And this sentence has every letter of English alphabet. And such a sentence is called Pangram. Okay? So a sentence which has all the letters of the English alphabet, such sentences are called as pangrams. Okay? Next one, and English is the official language of the sky. All pilots on international flights have to be able to speak. All pilots on international flights have to be able to speak in English. It doesn't matter which country they are from. So if you are a pilot, you should be able to speak in English because you will be dealing with people from all countries of the world, right? So English is that official language. Okay, let's look at the second exercise. So you have to complete these sentences by adding suitable subjects or predicates. So let's start with the first one, Ambika. So just add some examples.
Ambika is playing in the park.
Correct.
Park. Alright.
Dash or in the drawer. So what could be in the drawer? You can add a subject.
My books.
Yeah, go ahead. The football team dash.
Are a good team.
You can say something like the football team won the match. Won is the verb. Okay, so that becomes the predicate. Won the match becomes the predicate. Won the match. You are missing the da. Don't write it too hard on the screen. Okay, end with the full stop. Where is the full stop? I don't see a full stop. Okay. So let's move on to few more examples. Okay. Dash knitted a beautiful sweater for me.
My aunt.
Yep, you can write that. Yep. My aunt knitted a beautiful sweater for me.
A mistake.
Next one, Summer and Sahana. They are the subject.
Are doing their homework.
Yep, you can write that. Are doing their homework is the predicate.
Homework.
I think the spelling there is wrong. It's Their. You have to put full stop after the word homework. Okay? Dash is good for your health. Is good for your health is predicate, so you can put a subject.
Vegetables.
Yeah, we can write. Okay, so now we know what a subject and a predicate is. Okay. Okay. Now you're going to look at this picture and you're going to list 4 subjects, and for each of those subjects you'll add a predicate. Okay, so go ahead. Okay, so I think you can write it down here. Okay.
I think I can see it. Yeah. The mangoes are delicious.
Yeah. So the mangoes becomes the subject.
Delicious becomes the predicate.
Correct. Okay, the next example.
The children are playing Ludo.
Yeah. The children becomes the subject. or playing Ludo becomes the predicate.
Snake and ladder. So I'm gonna write snake and
You're missing the verb. Where is the verb?
children are playing. Oh.
It's not S. It's not. You won't have many snakes. You'll have only one single snake in a game of snake and ladder.
So many snakes.
You can have only one snake. You cannot have many snakes in a snake and ladder. Make it singular. You can. You must be right.
The game when I play snake and ladders.
Yeah, go. I think you can write snakes. Okay. Next one.
The garden is all green.
Yeah, you can write that. The garden is the subject. Is all green. Is green in color.
Yeah, right, it's green.
Is green in color is the predicate. Is green in color.
Color.
Okay. The next one. You see a dog over there? A dog or a puppy? You just write something like the puppy. Puppy is the subject. Is sitting next to the girl.
Its eyes are closed, so it's sleeping. Next to the girl or on the girl?
It's next to the girl. Okay, put a full stop. Okay, all right. So we are done with this. Now, take the highlighter. There are 4 kinds of sentences. Okay, a sentence that states a fact, opinion, or idea is called a statement. Okay, so what is a statement? A statement is a sentence that states a fact, opinion, or idea. Okay, and it ends with a full stop. Okay, this is a pretty painting. It's actually a statement. Okay, because it's an opinion about the painting. So the painting is pretty, and it ends with a full stop, right? So that's why it is called as a statement. Next one, a sentence that gives a command or makes a request or suggestion. A sentence that gives command. A sentence that gives a command or makes a request or suggestion is called an imperative sentence. Okay, it also ends with a full stop. Okay, so any sentence that makes a request or suggestion is called as imperative statement, and it also ends with a full stop. Tell me if you like the painting. Okay, so it is asking for a suggestion, so it's an imperative statement. Add some color to brighten up your painting. It's a suggestion, right? So it's an imperative statement or sentence. A sentence that asks something is called interrogative sentence. It ends with a question mark. Okay, so any sentence which asks for something or questions something, it is called as interrogative sentence. Okay, do you like this painting? Question mark. So this is an interrogative sentence. A sentence that expresses a strong or sudden feeling is called an exclamatory sentence. It ends with an exclamation mark. Okay, so you see the exclamation mark, how it is written. Okay, what a lovely painting. Okay, so it's a strong feeling, you can call, right? So the subject is expressing themselves, expressing their feeling about the painting, right? Okay, sometimes we use single words like gosh, oops, wow, yeah, yummy, and so on to express a sudden or strong emotion, right? So these are some of the words which can be used to express sudden emotions, and these words are called interjections. Okay, they can be written in two ways. They can stand alone, followed by an exclamation mark. You have an example like wow, exclamation, that is a pretty painting. Okay,
Yeah.
or they can be used with a comma as part of a longer sentence. Okay, wow, comma, this is a pretty painting, and it ends with an exclamation, right?
I think it says that.
Right. Now you have to find out, uh, I think you better select the highlighter. Okay, what kind of sentence is each one of this? You have to write you have to look at these sentence and write whether they are statement, imperative sentence, interrogative, or exclamatory sentence. Okay, Jatin is a very talented singer. Okay, so that is actually a statement, correct?
Yeah.
What a fabulous performance he gave last night.
That's an exclamatory.
Correct. It's an exclamatory sentence. You just write exclamatory. Okay. You must try to watch one of his shows. It's a suggestion, so it will be what?
Imperative.
Imperative sentence.
Sentence again.
I think he will be performing next week.
It's an statement.
Is it? So if you go up,
It's an imperative.
yeah, it's an imperative. Yeah, it's an imperative sentence. Would you like to come with me next time?
This is an
Interrogative. Yes, interrogative sentence. Thank you. I would love to go with you.
That's an exclamatory.
Correct. Okay. Let's look at good to know things. In imperative sentences where someone is being addressed directly, the subject is usually unspoken and understood, right? So in an imperative sentence, if someone is being addressed directly, if a person is standing right in front of you and uh, sometimes the subject is usually unspoken and understood when you talk about them, right? So if you are standing next to me or right in front of me, I may say something like go away. So that is so the subject here is unspoken, so I'm not saying you go away, I'm simply saying go away. So it's the subject is unspoken because it's understood. Clean your room. So again, I'm not saying you clean your room. I may simply say clean your room. Please bring the newspaper, right? So here the subject is unspoken and understood. In all these sentences, you is the unspoken subject, right? So this is a good to know thing. Okay, fill in the blanks with interjections from the box. Use each word only once. So you have some interjections like congratulations, yuck, oh no, ouch, my goodness. So these are interjections. So you are going to use these interjections in these sentences. Okay, so go ahead. So what would be the interjection for the first one? That was the scariest movie I have ever seen.
My goodness.
Correct.
This movie. Goodness. Yeah.
Okay. Dash, the milk is sour.
Yuck.
Correct. Sour taste is always yuck. Okay. Dash, you have made your school proud by winning this trophy. Yeah, congratulations, you have made your school proud by winning this trophy. Okay, dash, that really hurt.
Ouch.
Correct. So that's a expression. Okay. Dash, I have left my English notebook at home today.
Oh no.
Correct.
Like when you forget something.
Correct. Okay, so now you have to watch out. Okay, so though the subject is usually placed at the beginning of a sentence, this does not mean that any word at the beginning of a sentence is the subject. So you have an example. At the back of the drawer was the letter. Okay, here the letter is the subject. You can see it's at the end of the sentence, right? It doesn't mean that it has to be at the beginning of the sentence. You can rewrite this sentence as the letter was at the back of the drawer. So this is another way. This is another way. So this is another way to rewrite the sentence. So you can either put the subject at the end or at the beginning of the sentence. Okay. Another example: hovering around the roses or some big bumblebees. Okay, bumblebees they are the subject, and hovering is the verb. So it's the predicate. Hovering around the roses is the predicate, and some big bumblebees are the is the subject. Okay, so it says the same thing here. Some big bumblebees is the subject. You can rewrite this sentence as some big bumblebees are hovering around the roses. Okay, so this is another way to rewrite the sentences. Okay, now let's look at some exercises. Write sentences, use these group of words as described in the brackets. Okay, so now we have a sentence, and it says we booked tickets for concert today. Okay, now if you have to change it to an interrogative sentence, you would write should we book tickets for the concert today. Okay, so that's just an example. Okay, now the second one is my dream play snow someday. Okay, so it's a statement. You have to make that as a statement. Okay, so you have a sentence: my dream play snow someday. you can say like, my dream play will snow someday. So it's a statement, right?
Someday.
Finish work, then play friends. Okay, so you have to make it as an imperative. You have to suggest, right? So you finish your work and then play with your friends.
I would suggest finish your work, then play with your friends.
You can write it any way you want. So you finish your work and then play with your friends. The work spelling is wrong. And then play with your friends. And then play with your friends. Okay, feel happy. My sister won race. So you have to make it a sentence.
Feel happy
Because my sister won the race.
my sister won the race.
End with a full stop. Okay. Okay. Now another exercise. So you have to change these exclamatory sentences into statements without changing their meanings. Okay, so you have some exclamatory sentences. You have to make them as statements. Okay. You have one example. Alas, I never got to meet him. Okay, so if you have to write that exclamatory sentence as a statement without having to change the meaning, you can say something like, it is sad. Highlight that. Right, it is sad that I never got to meet him. Okay, now use a pen. Okay, so the next exclamatory sentence is, what a busy day I've had.
Okay.
So if you have to make that as a statement, what do you say?
I had a busy day.
Correct.
Day.
Okay, the next one. Hooray! The summer holidays have begun.
Finally, the summer holidays have begun.
You can simply say the summer holidays have begun.
Begun.
So the next one, how kind you are. Okay, so you can, what do you say?
You are so kind.
Correct. Next one. Of course I will help you.
Sure, I'll help you.
Oh, yeah, you can say I will indeed help you. Something like that also you can say.
Say I will help you.
Yeah, you can say. Okay, the next one. Okay, read this group of words. In the morning, behind the house, on the table, with my friends. Okay, so these group of words work as a unit to express an idea, but they don't make complete sense on their own. Okay, so they need a subject and a verb to make complete sense. So such group of words are called phrases. Okay, so these are the group of words. What are phrases? They are the group of words which works as a unit to express an idea, right? But they really don't make any complete sense. But if you add a subject and a verb to them, then they will make complete sense. Okay, so now you have some exercise here. So you have to pick your highlighter. Okay, insert the phrases from the brackets and rewrite the sentences. Okay, so they have one example here. I share a room with my sister on the first floor. Okay, so the answer is I share a room on the first floor with my sister. Okay, so on the first floor is a phrase. Okay, now likewise, let's do the second one. The boy is my brother. Okay, in the striped sweater.
In the striped sweater, the boy in the striped sweater is my brother.
Correct. So the boy in the striped sweater is my brother.
Is my
Brother. There was a king who had 2 daughters. Once upon a time is a phrase. So how would you rewrite these sentences?
Once upon a time, there was a king who had 2 daughters.
Or you can say there was a king once upon a yeah, you can say like once. I think the better one is once upon a time there was a king who had 2 daughters. Why are you adding an extra letter after once? Once upon a time, there was a king who had 2 daughters. We have lived here for many years. Okay? For many years is a phrase. So you can say like we have lived here for many years, or you can also say like for many years we have lived here.
For many years we have lived here.
Yep. You have to start the sentence with a capital letter.
Why am I doing it? Just erase. Yes.
Okay. The crowd grew restless and angry outside the building.
Outside the building, the crowd grew restless and angry.
Yeah. Outside the building, and then you have to put a comma. Outside the building, the crowd grew restless and angry. Put a full stop. Again, outside, it doesn't start with a capital letter. That's fine. Okay. Next one. Okay. So this is just a listening skill that your teacher will read out some sentences and you have to circle the type of sentences you have read. Okay. And then this is, I think, a speaking exercise. Okay, I think we can do this. Okay. Work in pairs and take turns to read the passage aloud. Okay. So the passage is, "Come on, sleepyhead, it's time to wake up. These are the words I wake up to every single day before school. Don't Please go ahead and highlight. Okay, come on, sleepyhead, it's time to wake up. These are the words I wake up to every single day before school. And now I can hear these words again. Hear those words again. Come on, sleepyhead, good morning. Don't you remember what today is? I slowly wake up to find my mother sitting by my bed. At first, I want to protest. Oh no, the holidays have begun. Why are you waking me up so early? Then I remember, suddenly I'm wide awake. Today we are catching an early morning train to Puri. Okay, so this is about, I guess, a boy or a girl who is very sleepy. Okay, like your brother, and like you as well.
Not me. I don't wake up.
Okay, and his or her mother is trying to wake this kid so that they can catch the morning train to Puri. Okay, now in this you have to find some examples. Okay, so can you find the statement?
Statement. Today we're catching an early train to Puri.
Yeah, that is a statement.
So I'm gonna go on and tick here.
Okay, can you find an interjection?
Don't you remember? No.
Interjection, they're like your exclamatory. Those are a group of words which will make your exclamatory sentences, right? So if you go back here, we read about interjections. Yes. Okay. So yeah. Right, sometimes we use single words like gosh, oops, wow, yeah, yummy, and so on to express your sudden and or strong emotions. These words are called interjections. Now again, so if you go back here, you have to find the interjections. Okay, so what are the interjections that express?
No.
Yeah, there's one more I can see. Come on, sleepy Ed. Yeah, that can be an interjection. Okay. Good morning is an interjection.
Good morning?
Yes.
But that's an exclamatory sentence.
No, it's not a complete exclamatory sentence. It's not a sentence, right? It's an interjection. Good morning. What about a phrase?
Today.
I can see one.
Then I remember.
Correct. So then I remember is one.
These words. Don't see another one. I think there's another one.
It's time to wake up.
Oh.
Yeah, it can be a phrase. Okay, time to wake up. That's a phrase. Okay. Yeah. So there are two phrases which I can see. Okay, phrases are done. What about an interrogative sentence?
Yeah. Don't you remember what today is?
And there's one more.
Okay. Let's see. Why are you waking me up so early?
Correct. And what about an exclamatory sentence?
Good morning. No. Suddenly I'm wide awake.
Correct. And the first one is also an exclamatory. The first sentence in this passage is an exclamatory.
Come on, sleepyhead. It's time to wake up.
Correct. And there is one more. Come on, sleepyhead. Good morning.
Yeah, but you said it wasn't the correct exclamatory.
I mean, I just added the complete sentence over there. It is come on, sleepyhead. Good morning. Okay. All right. So, if you're in school, you'll have a grammar game where your teacher is going to make some themes and she'll make some sentences and she's going to ask you whether it's a statement, interrogative, exclamatory, or imperative sentences. Okay. All right. So that's it. So this completes the chapter of sentences. Okay. You can say thank you, bye, like, subscribe, and things like that.
Thank you guys for watching this video and subscribe our channel. Bye for now.